So, solar e-bike touring, Europe. That's what I want to do. Didn't use much solar last year. If you look back, it was the period with the floodings the sincere floodings in Germany. So there was not a lot of sun. I've had a lot of rain, but still I had some nice days there. I made a lot of videos there. I tried to make a video each day, but that's a lot of work each evening, especially when you had a drive on your bike for several hours that day. Hey, but then again, it's the way of doing. Hello, hello. Not a lot of people. So, as said, this year will be solar touring again, trying to stay off-grid with my solar touring. I do take a lot of stuff with me because there is a big part of you never know inside me. Like I always carry a little axe, lighting material, looks like surviving, a tiny water filter I always have with me, especially since that first trip in Normandy where I was biking alongside the river without water for hours. No village, nothing. It was crazy, or not for hours, but a long time. And it was hot on that day, so in such an instance, if I have a river next to me, if I'm thirsty without water or something like that, I simply go down, take the water out of the river, filter it and drink it. Period. Best way to do it. Other stuff which I take with me, I just mentioned it. I added my old Abus Bordeaux lock yesterday. So I have two Abus Bordeaux locks, the big one and the tiny one. The tiny one came with the bike. Changed that to the big one because I thought it was too tiny for such an expensive bike. Added it because I want to use the solar trailer in the near future again, to have a possibility to lock it actually to the bike. Also added an Abus alarm, which I'm really fond of. It cost me 40 euros. It has a little knob switch to turn it on, and it can be turned off, so the alarm can be turned off with a key. Works perfectly. So what is going to happen is, really will like to do in the next couple of weeks is preparing my my trailer, my Topeak trailer for the big summer tour. As said, I'm gonna add that 180 watt, possibly. It's not 100% true, but looks like my favorite at the moment. I was considering two smaller ones in a frame or something like that, and switch them in a series to get to that 36 volt. But I will have to look into that. It's also complicated, but this will be my fourth bigger tour. I like the period in front of it. It's now maybe 3 months from from the actual tour that I'm gonna make, where I'm preparing. I'm already doing some day trips. Today a trip of almost 100 kilometers. A trip of almost 100 kilometers. Doing that because checking equipment, testing equipment, what is good, what is not good. Testing, for instance, those homemade or artificial power banks which I have there. They are a bit bigger, they are a bit heavier, but testing them for two weeks now works fine, works great. Testing the actually the hammerhead today, testing my other equipment here. I'm gonna fly my drone later on somewhere. I do not know where. Hey, it looks like it's getting a bit cloudy. Maybe we get the rain after all. Doesn't matter. Biggest thing is to have a good experience each day when you go on biking. But this is life. Okay. I will have to go on here on this road. Actually, I have been in this same spot. Yes, I have been here last year. Also doing test rides, day test trips. So testing. I'm looking at my tires at the moment. I'm using, so they already have been with me through the summer tour last year, along the Mosel River and the Rhine River. I'm using the Schwalbe Marathon Plus MTB tires. And I must say they work really well. I bought them because they have the best way of handling or better threat. How do you call it? Getting rid of the flat tires. They have the best way of doing that. Hello. Hello. Because they have 7 millimeters of a elastomer interior. Pannenschutz, the Germans call it. I said what I want to do there is have a look at it because they are really wearing off at the moment. I have them for 7,000 kilometers now. Maybe 7,000 kilometers now. Yes, 7,500 already. They are still doing great. I can get another 7,500. I like the profile it has because it has a street profile, but it's also very capable in the gravel, etc., on the trails, because it has these mountain bike features. So they are not really MTB. They have an MTB in the name, but they are not really MTB. But they are working. For me, they are working. Only tiny problem is I come from Schwalbe Moto X tires. They are 4/10 of an inch. How do you call it? smaller, not so wide as the Moto X. And what happens here is they have how do they call it? So actually the circumstance, no, I don't know it. Either way, it does not give the right, the exact measurement, the real measurement to my e-bike, my motor system. So I cannot actually have the full 25 kilometers an hour support, but only until 24 and a half or something like that. So it saves also a little bit of energy in the battery because of that. Hey, but I'm gonna clean that with normal water, not with hot water. I want to use that hot water. I'm gonna need an apple. So, basically, it's looking rainy.